Sam Aldigueri on the mound for the Angels here this afternoon at Chase Field. Aldigueri put together a really good outing his last time out against the Rays. He'll try to do that against a fairly similar offense to the Diamondbacks tonight.
They did a great job of mixing and matching that last time out against the Rays too. I mean, you're thinking about 5 innings, just 1 earned run, 4 punch-outs. His cutter was really solid. He backdoored that pitch. Also, his changeup has been electric. Showing enough fastball. It's been 93, 94 even at times. Mostly the low 90s, but making that soft contact, and that's so important for Sam Aldigueri to get soft contact against his pitches. If he gets that going, he should be successful here today because that changeup has been so good for him. Take a look at our StatCast, 3D powered by Google Cloud. The last time out there against the Rays, out pitches, he had 8 on his 14 fastball, 3 on the changeup, 3. I'm telling you, that cutter has been really good for him. The curveball 2 below the strike zone, but that cutter is so effective.
And please bear with us with our todays and tonights here, because the roof has been on all 3 of these games here. So how do we know what time it is? It's early afternoon, I'm told, and the Diamondbacks and Angels will finish up this 3-game series in just a moment. Angels batting order is brought to you by Cadillac of Laguna Niguel this afternoon, as Zach Neto is the leadoff batter once again. Mike Trout is DHing today. He's homered in each game so far in this series. Joe Adell bats third. Oswald Peraza in the cleanup spot. Vaughn Grissom is back and hitting 5th, playing first base today. Denzer Guzman is at third base. Siri gets a start in center field. Logan Porter is behind the plate, and Meckler in left field, with veteran Eduardo Rodriguez experiencing a resurgence this year.
Man, really good changeup and curveball. Is not throwing his slider anymore. He's not throwing his 4-seam fastball as much either. My go-to is to be successful against him. The Angels have hit him pretty well. He's given up 8 home runs in his career. My go-tos today is be patient at the plate. 32 walks. So there's a walk in the game, but stay middle on his fastball. Not try to pull it, to stay on it, drive it. Doesn't have to give up a ton of home runs, except for every once in a while when that fastball is out over the plate, he's giving up 3 home runs versus Heater. And the defense behind him, and behind the plate there, Moreno is such a good defender. He's been a Gold Glove winner back in 2023. Handles the pitching staff, 1 defensive run save. He really sets the tone, in my opinion, for the defense for this very solid defensive club, the Diamondbacks.
First baseman named after Don Baylor, Groover. Don Baylor, the former American League MVP as an Angel, called him Groove over the years.
I miss him. He was so great to be around.
Longtime big league manager as well. Zach Neto leads it off here today against Eduardo Rodriguez. And we are underway with Neto fouling one behind home plate, 0-1.
It is tough to say today, especially I don't think I ever remember really any day games here.
Well,
especially midweek day games here in this ballpark.
The Angels have won 5 straight day games here at Chase Field. They have not lost a day game here in 20 years. So there is that. No balls and strike as Neto takes ball 1. Talk about the resurgence of Rodriguez this season. Well, yesterday Zach Neto popped back into a resurgent mode after slumping so far in the month of June. He had his first multi-hit game in June, the homer and a triple last night. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Neto here. Now has 14 home runs on the season.
Talk about even splits. Right-handed batters hitting 224 against Rodriguez. Left-handed batters hitting 224. There's more power from the right side. Starts way over on the third base side of the pitching rubber. That way you could try to get the fastball in more so to the right-handed batters and fade that changeup away. A very effective pitch he's thrown this season.
This is his 250th major league start, Rodriguez. And he opens it by missing there. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Neto. He's looking for his 100th career win. He would be the 9th Venezuelan-born pitcher to win 100 games in the major leagues. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Neto launches one right center field. It's deep. It's Lawler back out near the wall, and it's gone. Zach Neto starts it off with a bang.
It's almost the exact same spot he hit it yesterday, where it was a triple just below the yellow line. But what a swing again. 15th home run for Magneto. A magnificent swing. That's 107 off the bat, going 431. I think he's back. I think he's back. What do you think?
I think he's back. Second home run in as many games for Neto. This is a leadoff shot, his 15th home run overall this year. And the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Well, he definitely stayed middle on that fastball.
Rodriguez gave up a career high in home runs last year. As Gooby detailed, he's been better at keeping the ball in the ballpark this year. As Mike Trout takes ball one. Well, Trout has launched a couple in this series, including one to straightaway center field yesterday. 429 feet. Check swing bouncer here, and this will be a base hit with an excuse me swing. Trout has an infield single.
From one Hall of Famer to potentially another Hall of Famer on that infield hit. That was a changeup, not a fastball. It stayed kind of straight right in the middle of the plate. I thought out of his hand it was a fastball. Didn't have that drop to it, and Rodriguez knew it right away by his reaction. What a swing that was. He's had 3 excellent swings in the last 2 days for Neto.
That is now 13 career leadoff home runs for Zach. As Joe Adell hits a fly ball to right field. This is playable for Carroll. The first pitch out is the first out of this game. But Neto now breaks a tie with Darren Erstad for the second most leadoff homers in Angels history. He only has 6 to go to catch Brian Downing for the franchise record.
Boy, this some really solid swings going on right now for Neto. You can see that smile back on his face.
Brings up another Venezuelan-born player. It's Oswald Peraza facing Rodriguez, hitting a one-hopper to third. Arenado sends it around the diamond. 5-4-3 off the bat of Peraza to end the inning. A big start for the Angels. Zach Neto parks a leadoff homer, and it's another 1-0 lead. Here's Sam Allendeguerre getting a start on the road for only the second time in his major league career. Last time at the Big A, he was really good against the Rays.
Yeah, I just love the way he competes. He mixes and matches, changes speeds, accepts it well. My go-tos for Sam Allendeguerre to have another solid start here. See that cutter on the hands for soft contact. The batting average against his cutter so far this year, just a 154 batting average. Swing and misses on his changeup, 6 punch-outs with a 40.0 whiff percentage on his changeup.
He's facing Ketel Marte to lead things off for the Diamondbacks. First pitch strike from Allendeguerre with that Diamondbacks lineup featuring Perdomo, then Carroll, Moreno, then Arenado. As Corbin Carroll is 1 triple away from the Diamondbacks franchise record for the most triples in a career already.
Wow.
Here is Marte fouling one at home plate, 0-2.
Well, you have teams, both teams here are very aggressive early in counts. We've had a couple quick games so far, but a lot of contact on the first pitch. Rodriguez got 3 outs on 2 pitches.
That was after the home run by Neto. 0-2. As Marte just taps one toward the first baseline foul. Allendeguerre's had a couple of good outings so far in the month of June. The one start against the Rays, but also a long relief outing against the Rockies in which he worked 5 1/3 scoreless innings. One of the longest scoreless relief outings by an Angel in some time.
So this changeup's been really good, but that cutter set up his changeup effectively.
He's ahead of Marte here. No balls, 2 strikes, and Marte would not go after that changeup out of the zone.
Still a good try, especially after the pitch before changeup. It just barely made contact on. Try to get him to expand even more so.
And ultimately, both of these starters really try to get their outs the same way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Marte takes ball 2. I mean, they play their changeups off their fastballs. Allendeguerre's mixing in that cutter a bit more now to left-handed batters. Rodriguez leaning more on the curve, but fastball changeup from the left side, not overpowering. As Marte hits it hard and through, a base hit.
That changeup was elevated. The defense behind Allendeguerre today, out in center field today. Series 1 defensive run saved so far this year, but also 11 of them in his career. And he's got an assist out there in center. He can cover some ground. That is a spacious center field. Meckler and Adell out with him. It's good to have Von Grissom back. He's playing first base, back from the IL. Peraza, Neto, Guzman. Good fielding infield. It's important to have that. Can't give away extra outs against this team because they put the ball in play all the time.
Geraldo Perdomo is the batter. As he looks at strike 1. Perdomo has more walks than strikeouts this year, as he did last year. What a year he had last year. He was 4th in the National League in MVP voting. He was a hugely offensive player last season. He has not really been so far this year, though. No balls and 2 strikes to count. He led all National League position players in wins above replacement last year. He had 20 home runs. He had 33 doubles, 100 runs batted in.
Another really good all-around player for the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks hoping he can find some of that offense that he had last year. Torey Lovello's been a bit frustrated overall by Arizona's lack of offense.
You can get it together on Friday when you're doing the Apple game here.
It could be. No balls, 2 strikes on Perdomo. It's a bouncing ball towards short. Neto grabs it, throws to second, 1. Over to first, 2. No, they got him safe at first. Hunter Wendelstedt called him safe.
That was a lot closer. He's looking into the dugout to see if they're going to challenge that. I think he might have just barely beat that one out. Slow roller.
And the Angels will not challenge. So Marte out at second.
A lot closer than I even thought it was going to be. Just barely got his foot down.
Perdomo really sped through the bag, and it was a bang-bang play at first. But Perdomo did get there, so he's at first with 1 out now. Corbin Carroll. Keep an eye on Perdomo at 27 stolen bases last year.
Got 11 so far, and he's trying to read the first movement for Aldigueri.
He's been caught 5 times this year. Swing and a miss by Carroll. I mentioned Carroll in his triples. He's led the league in every one of his seasons so far, and he leads this year as well with 8. But he has 51 already in his major league career. The Diamondbacks record belongs to Stephen Drew with 52. That ball went underneath Porter, and Perdomo goes to second base. Takes a big turnaround second. I think time was called.
That should end up being a pass ball on that one. Turning the glove the wrong way. Porter usually really good defensively behind the plate.
So man in scoring position now. We saw the Diamondbacks take advantage on Monday night when they had a couple of extra bases taken, and that turned into 2 runs. And what turned out to be a 1-run loss on the Angels side. 1 ball, 1 strike. They did give Aldigueri a wild pitch for that. I agree with you. It looked like a pass ball.
That's not a wild pitch.
Swing and a miss. That was a good breaking ball. Or changeup.
And a little cut to it. He can cut it and it'll fade it away too to right-handed batters.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Carroll. He's had a lot of success with that cutter so far in the big leagues, Aldigueri. A new toy for him against left-handed batters, who are just 2 for 13 against that pitch. Porter and Aldigueri having a tough time getting on the same page, so they'll have a quick chat here.
Especially with this tough left-handed batter, even though Aldigueri's left-handed pitcher. We talked about it yesterday coming in the game against Reed Detmers. That's how good he was last night. He had 400 batting average against lefties this season.
Hitting .386 after Detmers was able to hold him hitless. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Perdomo leaping off of second base as Carroll takes ball 3. Detmers had that put away fastball yesterday on Carroll. Now Aldigueri doesn't have that same rush to his heater that Detmers does.
That was a great sequence he did. Slider, curveball, fastball.
3-2. And Carroll bounces it foul.
So he's throwing that changeup on the inner half, and he threw the changeup away. So that fade changeup, and then he's throwing him a cut changeup. I'm going to try that cutter here.
change up again at Carroll out in front. Angels with a 1-0 lead. That's been their MO here for now 11 consecutive games. Only the 3rd time in franchise history. The Angels have scored first in 11 consecutive games. Franchise record is 12, and they can accomplish that in the top of the 1st tomorrow in Sacramento.
Good place to hit.
Seems to be 3 balls 2 strikes on Carroll. This long at bat continues. Angels played well in Sacramento last year, won 5 of their 7 games there. They'll have a 4-game series that starts tomorrow night.
And Neto and O'Hoppe were bashing home runs in that series. That's a good pitch.
That's going to have to be challenged, and that will be strike 3.
The catcher is challenging the call ball.
Jen Powell is the home plate umpire today, and that was pretty center cut. As Carroll goes down looking, and Aldeguerri just froze him with that fastball.
He was thinking changeup, got a good 4-seam fastball, lower part of the strike zone.
So 2 outs. Carroll is the first strikeout victim for Aldeguerri. Now Gabriel Moreno will be the batter, back in the lineup today after having last night off.
Boy, all 4 batters first pitch strikes, very similar to what we saw from Reed Detmers. 24 batters faced 19 first pitch strikes last night.
Detmers has been incredible lately. 4 balls and a strike on Moreno with 2 outs, and Perdomo at second base. Talked about it earlier. The fewest base runners in Angels history allowed over a 5-start span, with all 5 of those starts going at least 5 innings.
It's amazing when you put it in perspective. He did that over 9. It would be 3 base runners per time out on the mound, basically. It's incredible.
2 balls and 1 strike on Moreno. Detmers reached 100 strikeouts for the year with his 3 in the game yesterday. Just 15 starts to get there. Second most in the American League. 2 balls and 1 strike. Aldeguerri runs that inside to Moreno. It's 3-1. Moreno's been red hot lately. He's reached base safely in 12 straight games.
Now a tough count. If you can throw your changeup, see if you get him off balance, roll it to an infielder on the ground.
Counts 3-1. Moreno, it's a little cue shot foul. 3-2. Aldeguerri having to work a bit in this first inning, although not a lot of traffic just yet. Long at bat with Carroll, and now Moreno's worked himself into a full count, so this will be at least a 24-pitch inning for Aldeguerri to start. And misses ball 4. So Aldeguerri, who struck out Carroll with a fastball 3-2, tried to get Moreno on the inside corner, but missed it. And now a 2-out walk prolongs the inning for Arenado.
Be patient at bat for Moreno there.
Arenado, one time an extremely dangerous hitter. Had some incredible years in Colorado offensively. Slowed down as time has gone on. He's batting just 136 over his last 16 games.
He likes to swing at the first pitch a lot. We've seen that already a number of times in the series.
He takes it this time though for a strike, and it's 0-1.
It's 5 straight batters ahead of the count.
Arenado was a perennial MVP candidate as a Rocky, at 3 straight years driving in 130 or more.
Good pitch there too. Backdoor cutter.
4 balls and 2 strikes. The count now on Arenado. Only third baseman in Major League history to run those kinds of RBI totals up. He's not that guy anymore. Plain and simple. 35 years old.
Played a lot of games in his career.
Yep.
A lot of games.
He hasn't really missed many over the years. He's largely stayed off the IL. 0-2. Pops it up and foul out of play.
Good four-seamer there, 93. See quite a few foul balls already in this first inning against Alvagari.
Arenado's first season with the Diamondbacks after traded by the Cardinals in the offseason. And he hits this one in the air to right pretty well. Adele backs up, has some room, and makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning.
Mr. Nice Guy the last couple of days. He's dead center. His second home run in a row, back-to-back days with a home run. He had a triple that same spot yesterday. No more Mr. Nice Guy, Alice Cooper. I should have almost thought about feed my Frankenstein right there, the way he swung at that bat and crushed it out to center field.
Zach Neto with a home run to start it off. Eduardo Rodriguez, I'm sure, found that sick and obscene.
Yes, he did.
Vaughn Grissom looks at strike one. Grissom back from the injured list after having that oblique problem. It wasn't out too long as Grissom was able to work his way back fairly quickly, especially once his rehab game started.
Been really good on the road this season for the Halos.
Balls and 2 strikes, but with Grissom's arrival or return means the exit of Trey Mancini, just kind of a roster duplicate in that regard. Mancini extremely well respected and well liked, and did a good job in the short time he was here. As Grissom fouls one off himself.
Just a great guy to get to know too.
Angels are hoping that he clears waivers and stays in the organization. Once Grissom was ready to go, there was really no room for Mancini's skill set, as Grissom provides a lot of that same stuff. No balls and 2 strikes on Grissom. Playing first base, spelling Shonowell today.
Close to get him on the shoulder.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. You see the home road splits for Grissom have been aggressive so far this year. Angels trying to win a series on the road as Grissom swats one foul.
Chance to win a 3rd straight series.
He's a guy they've had a lot of success against in the past, although not a lot of these guys have faced Eduardo Rodriguez. But he has a 6.14 ERA in his career against the Angels.
He's given up now his 9th home run against the Halos in his career.
It's his 2nd highest against any opponent. Only the Astros have done more damage against Rodriguez than the Angels have.
Notice right there, not quite the velo on the fastball, but his changeup and curveball have been really good as far as soft contact.
Loop toward right. Carroll moves over to make that catch. 1 out. Normally the first inning has been tough for Rodriguez. He'll have the leadoff homer today, but his ERA in the first inning this year 5.79. After the first inning, his ERA is under 2. Last start had a really tough time getting out of the first. He threw 85 pitches in only 2 2/3 innings in his last time out against the Reds.
You see his ERA coming in at 2.55, expected ERA well over 4. So he has some traffic on occasion, especially with his walks. So far he's been pretty consistent in the strike zone.
There's a strike to Guzman, and it's 1-1. Rodriguez had one of the most meaningful games he's ever pitched in back in March when he finished off the World Baseball Classic against Team USA. Fastball by Guzman, and it's 1-2. You see that he wears number 57. Well, that's a tribute to Johan Santana, the great pitcher from Venezuela, a changeup artist in his own right.
Boy, was he good for a number of years. He just couldn't stay healthy. He was on a trajectory to be a Hall of Fame type pitcher.
And Rodriguez strikes out Guzman. 2 down here in the second. First punch out for the big lefty.
Look at our StatCast 3 powered by Google Cloud. The pitch arsenal for Rodriguez. 4-seam fastball, 39%. That is down throughout his career. Changeup way up at 28%. The cutter, curveball has been a good one, and sinker. That's a fastball upstairs. It looks inviting to hit. It's not overpowering, but right in your zone, but it's just slightly above to get a swing and miss and a little chase above the strike zone.
He said he believes that baseball has usurped soccer as the #1 sport in Venezuela after that win against Team USA in the World Baseball Classic.
Well, I can imagine the excitement level in Venezuela was incredible.
Balls and a strike on Siri.
That's not easy to do that either. Soccer.
He said soccer's really, really big, but he believes now baseball's popularity is #1 after Venezuela pulled off, I would say, a pretty big upset as far as winning the entire tournament in the World Baseball Classic. One ball, 2 strikes on Siri, and Rodriguez, who wears number 57, just happened to throw 57 pitches in that championship game. And they worked 4 1/3 scoreless innings against the American team. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jose Siri takes ball 2, getting a start in center field today.
Cutter's been hit pretty hard though so far this season. That was a cutter there. 265 with 3 home runs. No longer throwing his slider anymore. It's that 12-6 break on his curveball, producing a lot more between that and his changeup, a lot more soft contact.
And some really good games early in the year. He pitched into the 9th inning, and a start against the Mets was his longest career outing, going 8 1/3 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Siri, and a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Rodriguez perfect in the 2nd, strikes out 2.
Welcome back to Chase Field, where, yes, earlier today the Angels made a roster move with Vaughn Grissom returning after just those 2 rehab games, 1 in Rancho, played in Salt Lake yesterday. Trey Mancini was designated for assignment. Of course, we heard about the special relationship that Trey and Brady Anderson, the hitting coach for the Angels, had. He was instrumental in his return to baseball, his call-up, getting back here. I talked to Brady before the game, who told me that he's just really hopeful that Trey will continue. He's not certain what he'll do, but he called it pretty remarkable and hoping that he'll stick around. He's got talent. It's possible maybe another team will pick him up, but if he doesn't, I'm hopeful that he'll go back and play for us. He said that he told him when he wanted to retire a few weeks ago, hey, you're a hot streak and an injury away from getting called up, and sure enough, he was. And when he was here, he had the big hits. So he said he's maybe going to have to do some more convincing to get Trey to stick around, but he just keeps telling him you can always not play. You have a long time. You don't realize it at the time that some of these opportunities are rare, but whatever Trey decides to do, he's got a lot of new fans in his corner, guys.
Yeah, I agree with you, Eric. I'd love to be able to see him continue playing because he had some really good, impressive swings for the Halos.
Grounder foul by Ildemaro Vargas leading off here in the bottom of the 2nd. One of the great guys in the sport, one of the great stories in the history of the sport. Trey Mancini,
World Series champ, battle back. He's a great guy. Just being around him in conversations. So he gets a chance to see him again here in an Angel uniform.
asked him the other day if he thought he would ever get back to the big leagues after his time was done a few years ago. He said, heck no, there's no chance. But he worked hard. He certainly earned that opportunity to get back here, and you know, the way he is, he's probably going to continue to work to try to do it again. Up and into Vargas on a check swing. He held up. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch count already jumping up quickly for Aldegari today, even though he's been ahead of the count every single batter. First pitch strikes.
He's not been able to put any of these Diamondbacks away, really. 3-2. Vargas pops it up foul behind home plate. So another foul ball against Aldegari, and that's what's helped run up this pitch count early on.
I think when you look at Reed Devers, we talk about how many strikeouts he had coming into the game, but he also realized they're a team that makes contact, and he got 9 ground ball outs yesterday. It's still a way to get an out. When you have a team that's going to battle you and foul pitches off, you're better off getting quick outs on the ground.
That's ball 4, so Aldegari could not finish off Vargas and has issued his 2nd walk. Now, Detmers had a lot of Diamondbacks out in front early in counts last night, and they were forced to make a lot of just soft contact.
A couple key plays. A real good double play turn by Neto yesterday. A 6-4-3 double play.
That was the only time anybody was really on base to turn a double play. As Jordan Lawler is the batter. First pitch swinging here. He lifts it toward the right field line. Joe Adell with a long run, and he makes the catch in fair ground.
Oh, he had to go a long way to run that one down. Another first pitch strike.
So Lawler is retired, and for Aldigueri, a much needed first pitch out. Brings up Lou James Groover III, who gets a start at first base today. Groover was the DH in last night's game from the Atlanta area. A second-round pick a couple of years ago.
First time he's been behind the count 1-0.
Two balls and no strikes. The Diamondbacks traded Josh Naylor to Seattle last year, and they have not really been able to replace him at first base. It's kind of a dark spot for them right now. They've had a bunch of different players over there first, including Carlos Santana, the veteran, was brought in. He's been on the injured list for most of the season. So if the Diamondbacks are going to be doing any shopping at the trade deadline about 6 weeks away, it's obvious that first base is a spot they need to fill.
Yeah, for sure.
Groover with a fly ball to right field as Joe Adell backs up for this. 2 outs as Vargas holds at first.
I know it's a routine play, but just look at how Joe Adell gets back in behind the baseball now is so impressive. Just the continued growth is defensively for Joe Adell in right field. You know about all those home run robberies this season, but just getting back and always in good throwing position just in case. And we know this Diamondback team will always try to take that extra base, so he got behind that throw just in case Vargas would tag up and try to go.
Leadoff walk as Vargas at first. Now Tommy Troy looks at a strike. Troy's at a couple of big league home runs since being called up. Those are his only 2 runs batted in. Lifts this one toward the gap in left center. Siri's on the run after it as it one-hops the wall. Now bounces away from Siri. Vargas will come all the way around to score. Troy gets to third base, and this triples Haven at Chase Field gives Tommy Troy an RBI 3-base hit, and the Diamondbacks their first run.
And that was hit extremely well. Fastball, hard at the plate, elevated. The way that kicked off the wall, thought you might have a chance to keep it to a double, but it kicked away from Siri. So right in that corner and then kicks away. Otherwise, you might be able to have it second and third.
So many nooks and crannies and odd angles in this ballpark. Now the Diamondbacks came to existence in 1998. And they announced the franchise around sometime in the mid-90s. They were going to build the ballpark, and they hired their first manager well before their first game. So Buck Showalter, who was brought in as the manager, he hadn't managed after he was let go by the Yankees in '95. So he had a couple of years just idly building the Diamondbacks, and he helped design this ballpark. So I'll take it up with Buck if you don't like all the angles here.
What was he, a geometry major or something?
1 ball, 2 strikes. He said that he had input in everything here, even the height of the foul poles, everything here at Chase Field. Then it was going to be Bank One ballpark. Buck Showalter said he had input. So Buck, who is always working his way through the rule book, tried to make this place as strange and unique as possible, and he did it. Congratulations. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ketel Marte.
We know he's good friends with George Costanza too, so maybe he helped out too.
Well, the uniforms are a whole other thing. Don't get me started on that. 2 and 2.
I know how you love uniforms.
2 and 2 on Marte. And Aldigueri kind of fell as he threw that pitch, and he hit Marte with it.
that ball doesn't hit him, that's going to be a run scored, though.
Aldigueri kind of slipped off the mound there. It's been a couple of laborious innings to start. Just one run for the Diamondbacks to this point. As Perdomo stands in, Tommy Troy with an RBI triple at third base. Now Perdomo looks at strike one from Aldigueri. First major league triple for Troy. A lot of alliteration comes out of a Tommy Troy triple. One ball, one strike on Perdomo. Reached on a fielder's choice last time.
Hasn't been able to get a lot of swing and misses on his changeup so far. I mentioned it was a 40% whiff percentage on his changeup coming into this game. But on cue, the Diamondbacks just don't swing and miss a whole lot. They foul off the tough ones.
A lot of foul balls here at the start.
He's thrown 11 changeups, only one swing and miss so far.
Diamondbacks are taking the pitches too that are around the edges. They're not chasing much.
Roman didn't think he liked that one, but you always have that option to challenge, and I think he would have been successful on it.
It's 2-2 on Perdomo. Punches that one foul. Another foul ball.
A pretty good crowd here. We've had some pretty good crowds all three games.
2-2 is the count on Perdomo. Aldigueri trying to get out of the inning. It's upstairs 3-2. A lot of day camps are here today. The Diamondbacks do a good job with community outreach and discount tickets for the earlier parts of the week. So those all-you-can-eat tickets. Discount tickets all over the ballpark Mondays and Tuesdays here. There's ball four, so it's a walk. Second of the inning, along with a hit by pitch. And that loads the bases for the number 3 batter, Corbin Carroll.
This is where you're running into some problems. So far, Halos have been able to get the lefty's been able to get him out, but it's a tough spot right now.
Carroll struck out his first time. We'll see if Aldigueri can get him again after a drive with Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Corbin Carroll entered yesterday's game batting exactly .400 against left-handed pitching. He's not had a hit though against the two lefties he has seen as far as the starters in this series. He's trying to become the first left-handed batter since Ichiro to hit .400 in a season against left-handed pitching. Of course, Ichiro was Carroll's favorite player growing up in Seattle. Kind of see Ichiro's influence on Corbin Carroll, the way that he plays. Bases loaded with 2 outs. And the first pitch swung on and missed, 0-1.
He was trying to do some serious damage on that 4-seamer upstairs.
Aldigueri's yanked a few pitches like this. What's up with that?
I mean, he's not landing properly on that over the front foot. That front shoulder's opening up. He's a little quick. Remember how we talk about how smooth he is in his delivery? His delivery has been really, really quick for some reason today.
There's a fly ball to right. Carroll sends it back. Adele's out near the fence, and it is gone. Corbin Carroll has hit a grand slam, and the Diamondbacks, with a 5-run inning, have taken the lead.
Said it, you don't want to run into this guy too often in his spot. He came through as he always does for the Diamondbacks. That ball just kept drifting.
Aldeguerre pays for the command issues. He hit Ketel Marte, walked Perdomo, and loaded the bases, and then Corbin Carroll smashes a grand slam.
See how much momentum he has going forward too. He load on that back leg going forward. He gets that changeup inside. It's another extra base hit. 13 home runs, 15 doubles, 8 triples.
Big swing in this game for Carroll.
A leadoff walk started the inning. And that one mistake on the changeup.
And it's Carroll's 5th career grand slam. He's hit 2 of them this year. The Angels now have a lot of catching up to do, down 5-1.
A lot of time still left in this game for the offense to pick up a starting pitcher. The starting pitching has been really, really good. This is a great all-around player, Corbin Carroll. Still in search of that finish pitch.
That's ripped past the third baseman Guzman and down the left field side. Bouncing into the corner, Moreno has a double. And the Diamondbacks are laying it on Aldeguerre here. 3 extra base hits in this inning to go with the lack of command.
And that cutter has been an effective pitch. But that one there was it not quite inside. It was down, and he was able to drop the barrel on it.
Since the second out was recorded, we've seen a triple, a hit batsman, a walk, a grand slam, and now a double. 5 straight Diamondbacks have reached with 2 outs. 5 runs have scored. And now Nolan Arenado, who flied out to right his first time. It's a pop-up. That is out of the reach of Porter and Guzman. Fly ball to right center. This should end the inning. Adele moves over. And that does retire the side here in the second. But 5 runs scored. Corbin Carroll's grand slam puts Arizona on top. Christmas is coming early at Angel Stadium. The first 25,000 fans Friday, June 26th get a Santa hat courtesy of Discount Tire and Service Centers. Angels.com/promotions for more info. Christmas in June.
Yes.
Batter up.
Speaking of batter up, let's get the Halos offense going again.
Santa sees you when you're hitting.
Yes.
Logan Porter leads off in the third as he looks at a strike. Porter doing the catching today with Logan O'Hoppe getting the day off. Angels playing every day this week with a game tomorrow night in Sacramento. As Porter lines one to left center field, and he has a base hit. Up the alley it goes, finally cut off by Troy, and Logan Porter with a double.
Quite a few doubles from Logan's in the catching position the last few days.
That was the first hit in an Angels uniform for Logan Porter.
Boy, that just stayed out over the plate, and a good swing for Logan Porter.
A long way to go, only down by 4 here. So the Angels can figure it out against Eduardo Rodriguez as Wade Meckler bats, getting a start in left field against the lefty, and he lifts one straight to Carroll for the first out of the inning.
A lot of first pitch swinging here.
Yeah, Rodriguez threw 85 pitches by pretty much this time in his last start, 2 2/3 innings. Here in this start, he's only thrown 29 in 2 1/3 innings. So the Angels not making Rodriguez work the same way the Reds did in that last outing for Rodriguez. And here's Neto, now second on the Angels list in leadoff home runs, chasing now just Brian Downing, his 13th career leadoff home run today. Neto now has 15 home runs on the season.
Neto's doing a much better job of getting pitches to hit in the strike zone the last couple of games. Good patient again by Neto.
That's what he told Erica last night. Does a lot better when he swings at strikes.
That does help.
Makes sense. Only one shortstop in the majors with more home runs than Neto, and it's Colson Montgomery of the White Sox with 17. As Neto looks at a strike here, it's 2-1.
It's that slow 12-6 break on his curveball. That's 78 miles, not as slow as Detmer's 72, 73 mile an hour curveball.
Three balls and one strike on Neto with Trout on deck. Angels can climb back in quickly here against Rodriguez.
Does throw his changeup a lot in a 3-1 count to righties, but he's got to feel real comfortable throwing it in the strike zone. Otherwise, a walk and you got Trout coming into play. You could be 5-4 before you know it.
The Angels can rally right back after the Diamondbacks put up a 5 spot with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And there's ball 4, so Trout will get a chance here with a couple of men on base. Our key player profile on the future Hall of Famer Mike Trout, who is charging toward his 12th All-Star appearance. A lot of that thanks to his work on the road this year. He leads the majors in runs scored and walks on the road this season. He's hit 12 home runs away from the Big A, including 2 in this series against the Diamondbacks.
Does have a career home run against Rodriguez also.
It's a toward the second baseman, grabbed by Vargas over to second one, and Perdomo fires it to first for a double play. So Trout ends the inning with a double play ball on the first pitch of the at bat, and the Diamondbacks maintain a 5-1 lead. Day at the Big A with 4th of July fireworks all weekend long. Watch the Halos take on the Boston Red Sox Friday, July 3rd through Sunday, July 5th, and get post-game fireworks after each game, driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Angels.com/promotions. Diamondbacks batted around in the bottom of the second to take a 5-1 lead, scoring 5 runs, all with 2 outs. And Ketel Marte leads off here in the third as he hits a fly ball to center field. Shallow for Jose Siri. And that's 1 out on 1 pitch here in the third inning.
A lot of swings on the first pitch by both teams.
I think of anything more American than sitting by the pool on a summer day and watching some baseball. Well, here in Chase Field, you get to do it all in one shot.
Yes, you do.
One-stop shop for your baseball watching pool time. Those guys are in the hot tub, which this is the only place in the country maybe that you can go into the hot tub to cool off.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
1 out.
It's a comfortable 107 outside.
And here's Jordan Lawler getting comfortable with the left field line as he bounces one to the corner. And has a double.
Another extra base hit.
It's Perdomo. It is Lawler who had the double.
It's a cutter again. That's almost the exact same spot last inning on the cutter to Moreno that he hit for a double down the center. It's the exact same pitch. His cutter has been really good, but it's got to be a little bit closer to the hands, not that down and in one.
So 4 extra base hits in the last 2 innings. We've seen 2 doubles, a homer, and a triple, and now it's Groover flying to right field his first time. Tampa Bay has put up some runs on Shohei in the 5th inning at Dodger Stadium today. The Rays scoring 4 times to take a 4-2 lead.
It's about as many runs as he's given up all year, it feels like.
He's allowed 7 runs now in his last 2 starts. So his ERA is pretty much doubled from 0.74 where it was to now 1.49. Grounded up the middle, right over the bag at second. Peraza able to glove it.
Good concentration by Peraza too. That ball over the pitching rubber and right over the bag at second.
So Lawler goes to third with 2 outs.
That's why it's so important here to be able to put the 0 up. You saw how quickly the Halos had a chance to get right back in the game, and especially with Trouty at the plate. He's got jammed a little bit on that one, ended up being a double play ball, but still opportunities plenty in this game to come back. It's got to put up some zeros.
It's Tommy Troy who kicked off the 2-out rally for the Diamondbacks in the 2nd with an RBI triple to score Ildemaro Vargas. Troy is at the plate here with 2 outs and Lawler at third.
Remember, that was a high fastball, middle part of the plate.
Shohei has given up more runs now in his last 2 starts than he did in his first 10. Little looper left center. Peraza trying to get there. Can't reach it. It's a base hit. Tommy Troy's 2nd RBI of the day as he scores Lawler. It's another 2-out run, and it's 6-1 Arizona.
That 4-seamer got in there pretty good, but strong enough to punch it into the outfield. Elevated pitches generally are the ones that flare into the outfield. There's contact made. Just like that. Diamondbacks add on.
Tommy Troy with his 2nd RBI of the day. Now it's Ketel Marte who looks at ball 1. Houston with a win against Detroit today, 4-2. Peter Lambert threw the ball well again for the Astros, beating Casey Mize, who came off the injured list. Marte with a fly ball to right center as Joe Adell gets under it, and that retires the side. Another 2-out run for Arizona. They lead 6-1. Angels baseball on AB TV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
So many Angel fans here at the ballpark here.
Joe Adell leads off here in the 4th inning. It looks at a strike. Angels were able to get a win yesterday, knocking off the Diamondbacks 7-0, a blowout win here, but now down 6-1 today.
Might be it for Elder Gary. See Fermin warming up in the bullpen.
Aldegari just could not put hitters away today. His only strikeout was on a 3-2 fastball that froze Corbin Carroll in the 1st. A bunch of foul balls. 3 walks, a hit batsman, and then in that second inning started to give up the extra base hits, including a grand slam to Carroll. Tommy Troy's driven in a couple of runs as well. The Diamondbacks have put up 6 on Aldigueri in 3 innings. Chopper off the bat of Adele right to Perdomo. 1 out. Meanwhile, Eduardo Rodriguez has been very efficient.
Twice in this game he's got a 1-pitch double play ball. Peraza and Trout.
Rodriguez has had 6 outs on the first pitch of an at bat today. Meanwhile, Aldigueri, 19 hitters faced. He got first pitch strikes to 16 of them. It wasn't about getting ahead, it was just about finishing off. Aldigueri could not do so here this afternoon. Oswald Peraza hit into a double play his first time, and he loops a base hit here.
Keep that traffic going.
It's the 4th hit for the Angels against Rodriguez. They had 14 in the game last night. Brings up Grissom, who lined out his first time. Grissom played in a rehab game last night, so it was a quick turnaround to get here this afternoon and be in the lineup for a 12:40 local time first pitch today. Ball 1 to Grissom.
So far only 1 walk in the game for Rodriguez. That'd be the key to getting back in there. Some free passes and then get some good swings with guys on base. Last inning you had Zach Neto work to walk.
A little tapper near the bag at second base. Vargas will only have a play at first. Grissom is retired, 2 outs, and Peraza advances to second base on the play.
Remember, he got him out with some high fastballs last at bat. See if they adjust some speed for the youngster.
There's 2 strikeouts for Rodriguez. They came on back-to-back hitters in the second with Guzman and Siri going down.
Good hack at that one. Over top of it.
Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Denzer Guzman.
It's been 91-mile-an-hour fastballs he's been able to get by Guzman. He's a really good normal fastball hitter.
Laid off the high fastball there, and it's 2-2. Guzman's done a nice job swinging the bat since coming up from AAA. He's swung the bat a lot, though. He has not drawn a walk yet. And now 8 games at the major league level. Maybe here. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Every time we see Denzer Guzman, who is cooking at AAA, we continue to see Christian Moore do the same.
Yeah, he is crushing it. But 330, 333, hit a couple more home runs. I mean, he is crushing it.
We've not seen Moore at the major league level yet this year. That's a called 3rd strike. Guzman wanted a challenge, it looked like.
I think that's going to be a strike anyhow.
He reiterated that he did want a challenge. So See how this turns out, powered by T-Mobile, but it looked like it was going to be strike 3, and it is.
Call is confirmed. Anaheim has 1 pound remaining.
Now today is National Mascot Day. I don't even know who that is. There's Southpaw from the White Sox. And there's Baxter D. Bobcat from the Arizona Diamondbacks. There's some furry guy in Cleveland.
Slider.
Paws.
Your
now,
favorite.
Why do we even have to say anything about Paws? Look at this dastardly act from Paws in Detroit, Michigan. You know, happy National Mascot Day to every mascot except for Paws.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
That's your friend, though.
No, I don't even. No.
I thought you guys made up.
Well, you know, we had that.
You brought that on yourself, Wayne. Come on now.
The pizza that he brought us some pizza, but then, you know.
Listen, at least Slider in Cleveland didn't make the kiss noise in your ear, because that's what I got. And that, let me tell you, coming from the mascot, it was a little creepy.
From Paws did that?
No, Slider.
Oh, Slider did that.
Yeah. Caught me off guard.
I didn't even know Slider's name. There's a line drive base hit for Perdomo. We don't go to Colorado much, so we don't get to see Dinger very often.
No.
And we don't go to Philly much, so we don't see the Fanatic that much. But there's some good mascots around the league, and then there's Paws.
Paws is, he's checking you out right now.
Here is Corbin Carroll, who had that grand slam in the 4th inning. Or in the 2nd inning.
Mascots need love too, though, Wayne.
But not Paws.
Not Paws.
Maybe Baxter here in Arizona.
Yeah.
It was named after the former name of the ballpark, Bob.
What about Bob?
Bank One ballpark. Now it's Chase Field, home of the Diamondbacks. Never know when those banks start to merge. You got to think the mascot name gets obsolete. 2 balls, no strikes on Corbin Carroll.
Orbit's one of the best down there in Houston.
You like Orbit?
Yeah.
He's big and green. Orbit. What about Mr. Met? 3-0 on Carroll. You don't have anything nice to say about Mr. Met or Mrs. Met?
Very solid. We get to see him next year. Both of them.
It always makes me laugh at Mr. Met because his hat is not sewn to his head. His hat, it comes on and off. So for the national anthem and such, he'll take his hat off and just see his big bald white head.
A huge jump here.
Carroll hits it right to the bag, and Neto was lured there on the steal attempt, so it's a double play off the bat of Carroll. Perfectly executed hit and run from the Angels standpoint.
Oh, that'll make Mr. Met scratch his head.
Two outs as Moreno bats.
Let's see what's Wally up there at Fenway Park.
Yeah, Wally. That's right. We'll see. Well, you know, here in Arizona, not only do they have Baxter, but they also have those mascot of the ex-players. You know, they have the Legends race, where the likes of Randy Johnson and Mark Grace and Luis Gonzalez come out and race each other. And gargantuan mascots roam around the stadium.
See that up at Sacramento, West Sacramento too.
Yeah, they still do that with the A's Legends.
Yes.
Should have one for each city they've been in. There's Moreno with a base hit. He's been on base three times.
Yes.
I think the A's do it with Ricky and Raleigh Fingers and I don't know who else. Reggie Jackson maybe.
Is Catfish Hunter in there too?
Maybe. All the Oakland guys, though, they should go back and find a Philadelphia A to get involved and a Kansas City A. And then they can get to Oakland.
Remember, I might be wrong, but I think Roger Maris played for the Kansas City A's back.
No, I think you're
before
right.
He went to the Yankees.
Yeah, I think he did. You could use him then. There's a strike to Arenado.
Firm one there. 97.
Just glad Erica had fun with slider in Cleveland.
I wouldn't call that fun. It scared me.
Well, what else are you going to do in Cleveland?
Very true. I can all agree with you on that. However you feel about Paws is how I feel about Cleveland.
Wow.
You guys are fan favorites in all these cities.
The American League Central catching strays.
Yes.
No
It's the
balls
heart of rock and roll.
It certainly is. There's a long fly ball to left center. As Arenado gives that a pretty good ride, but Siri has a lot of room in this spacious ballpark to pull it down. Well, happy mascot day to one and all. Celebrate America's 250th birthday with a patriotic hat. The first 25,000 fans Friday, July 3rd against the Red Sox will receive a patriotic hat courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info. The team itself will be wearing stars and stripes on the hats and jerseys for 4th of July weekend and America's 250th birthday this summer.
That is a great hat.
Jose Siri fouls one off. We're a long way off from the summer of 1776 when the United States was born.
Did you ever go to Independence Hall over the years going to Philly? That's pretty awesome.
It is great. So the Liberty Bell, it's all in all of its glory. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 on Jose Siri. Philadelphia is hosting the All-Star game this year as a result, just like they did 50 years ago in the bicentennial year. Ground ball off the bat of Siri. As Rodriguez has gotten a lot of soft contact out of the Angels here so far today.
It's really come down to it. It's been the big reason why he's had such a good start to the season. His changeup and slow curveball, a lot of soft contact. Not a lot of hard pitches to make harder contact, barrel it up. The fastball and the hard slider. It's more soft type pitches.
One out. Rodriguez, former Detroit Tiger. And he tried to get away from Paws too. He had an opt-out in his contract and he said, I've had enough. Ended up with the Diamondbacks 4 years and $80 million. Remember that year that he was about to opt out? He was going to be traded to the Dodgers at the trade deadline, but he had a no trade clause. It's quite a contract. You get a no trade clause and an opt out. So he denied the trade to the Dodgers, didn't want to uproot his family in the middle of the season. Only to then opt out and sign with the Diamondbacks on a long-term deal in that offseason. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Logan Porter.
Picked up his first hit as a halo, an extra base hit, double last at bat.
Rounds this one toward the middle as Perdomo has that.
Another out on his changeup. More soft contact on his changeup.
Two up, 2 down as Meckler bats. He lined out to right field his first time. Angels have a run on 4 hits against Rodriguez. 6 runs, 8 hits for Arizona. Meckler bunts and rolls it foul. Trying to drag it up the first base side. Is the home plate
made
umpire
contact with the ball?
I don't know if you can review that. Take a look at that, but Jen Powell ruled him out. Jen Powell is the home plate umpire. And Kurt Suzuki is pleading his case. And Meckler did not make contact with the ball, so the other umpires are going to get together here.
That touched his foot.
No, didn't come near him.
See it go down there, just change direction there.
That's it. The ball is spinning. I mean, it's a bunt.
And it's a foul territory also.
So Vic Carapazza is the crew chief and the second base umpire. Now, if any of the umpires saw otherwise, they can overrule here.
Definitely did not hit him in the batter's box here.
No, didn't hit him at all.
No, nothing at all.
He just kind of ran around it.
Yeah.
So we'll see if any of the other umpires had a better view.
Saw a little bit of a redirection, but no, he never made even contact with him.
Victor Wendelstedt is doing a lot of the talking now.
After crew consultation, we do not have the ball hitting the batter. Therefore, the foul ball, batter back to bat.
So Wade Meckler will return to the batter's box after the umpires consulted amongst each other. I believe that would have been a reviewable play. Count, no balls and a strike on Meckler. Gets to stick around the batter's box after avoiding that ball as it rolled foul. He's behind here 0-2. He was adamant that that ball did not hit him, and according to the replay, he was correct. Lines this ball deep toward right center. Carroll backing up, and he makes the catch.
Well, he's so good out there. That ball was squared up really well by Meckler.
Angels upcoming schedule. You can watch all the Angels games all year long on AB TV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. 4 in West Sacramento coming up. The Angels with 2 more trips there, and then next season as well before the move to Vegas for the A's. The Orioles and the A's will be at Angel Stadium next week. Here is Brett Carey making his major league debut as he fires ball 1 to Ildemaro Vargas. Now, the Angels still have not named a starter for Friday's game in Sacramento. We'll see how long Carey is out there today. He was a candidate for that. As he tosses in a strike to Vargas.
Well, what a moment it is for Carey and his family right now. He's trying to breathe out there. That's the most important thing. It is so difficult when you take that mound for the first time. You think it's so easy just to breathe. No, it's hard.
2 balls and a strike facing Ildemaro Vargas here in the 5th inning. Carey was part of that 2021 draft where the Angels drafted all pitchers the entire draft. He was the 4th big leaguer out of that group, including Bachman, Silseth, and Kai Bush, who was in the White Sox organization but recovering from Tommy John surgery. And he walks Ildemaro Vargas to begin his major league career. Imagine the plan here for Carey is to go as long as he can unless the Angels claw back in this game. Carey was drafted out of the University of South Carolina in that 2021 draft. He was a 5th round pick. He was at AAA Salt Lake City this year, where he had .592 ERA, but he had a pretty good number of strikeouts, 59 in his 62 innings there.
It's overthrown a little bit. You could tell just by that delivery. as you would think you normally would, making a debut.
27-year-old right-hander. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs by Lawler.
That's where you can tell where he can get those strikeouts. Just above the strike zone with that four-seamer, that variety he'll have on it.
Yeah, reverse splits in the minor leagues this season. Righties hit him really well, but lefties did not. Facing the right-handed batting Lawler here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a pop-up foul out of play. Carey was called up when Grayson Rodriguez was put on the injured list the other day. It didn't sound like Rodriguez is in too bad a shape, though.
Yeah, he was playing catch yesterday.
Tight, 2 balls and no strikes.
Just kind of guided that changeup. Toward that first out.
Smack to right, and Lawler has a base hit. So Vargas gets to second base. And the first 2 men reach here in the 5th inning against Brett Carey.
And he stayed on that four-seam fastball and punched it the other way. Such a difficult team to get that punch out.
Carey left the South Carolina Gamecocks program as the school's all-time leader in wins and innings pitched. He threw a complete game at South Carolina back in 2021, which is still the last complete game shutout that the school has produced. Ball 1 to Lou James Groover. Groover is 0 for 2. He grounded out his last time. If this stays in play for Grissom in foul ground, it does. So Carey has his first down in the big leagues.
I could relax a little bit more so. That high four-seam fastball gets a pop-up. Troy's had a solid game working so far, a triple and a single. A couple RBIs.
His first 2 RBIs on non-home runs as a major leaguer.
Getting that fastball up to 93 miles an hour.
1 ball, 1 strike on Troy. A breaking ball lands over the outer part. Actually, a changeup there that acted like a breaking ball to the right-handed batter.
Best changeup he's thrown so far. Under control, allowed the grip, take the speed off the pitch.
The count is 1-2. 94 now. Carey starts to find more velocity. One ball, 2 strikes on Tommy Troy.
Time to get that first punch out now.
Mentioned he had quite a few at Salt Lake this year. And there's his first in the big leagues. He strikes out Tommy Troy.
Keep that baseball. Good arm action on that changeup. Really solid. Came right back with another one.
Ketel Marte is the batter, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the second. There's the baseball for Brett Carey. His first major league strikeout. Now facing a very talented big leaguer here. As Marte rips it past Grissom into right field. That ball was destroyed. Vargas comes in. Lawler's on his way home. The relay throw is too late. Lawler flying around from first to make it a 2-run double for Ketel Marte.
Well, he can hit. That was 110 off the bat. We were talking about him on the pregame show with Erica today. The guy to really keep an eye on because he can make a difference.
Diamondbacks open up an 8-1 lead now. All of their 8 runs have been scored with 2 outs. Perdomo with that check swing almost took out Carroll in the on-deck circle. Carroll has a grand slam today. Part of this 8-run outburst for the Diamondbacks. Very tightly played game in the opener of this series Monday that Arizona pulled out. Yesterday it was all Angels. Today it's been all Diamondbacks.
A lot of extra base hits today by the Diamondbacks.
Angels in danger of losing this series. Would be another road series loss before they move on to Sacramento. Still a few innings left to work with here, but now a 7-run deficit. Angels won their series in Detroit at the end of May. Before that, he had to go all the way back to the middle of April for their only other road series win, which came in Cincinnati. So there's 2 road series victories the whole season. One ball, 2 strikes on Perdomo. A swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. So Brett Carey does get 2 strikeouts, but allows 2 runs in his first major league inning.
To bat here in the 6th, a walk in his previous at bat, close to his career high in walks already before the All-Star break. Talking to Brady Anderson before the game today, who told me this is a guy who can be a perennial 100 walk guy. He's so young that you just forget, but when he's in the zone, he's as dangerous as anyone, and the league knows that. He said if they pitch you carefully, you have a good zone, you start walking. That's why Zach's ceilings for walks is Trout-like. He said with Trout-like discipline, he'll walk like Mike.
It's interesting to hear from Brady Anderson as Zach Neto with his 37th walk of the season today. He's never even walked 40 times in a year yet. His career high is 39, which happened 2 years ago. And obviously he'll surpass that soon. And Neto trying to add a big element to his game, and on pace this year to walk close to 80 times. So we'll see if that number continues to grow for Neto. Did homer to start this game today. The Angels scored first, but it's the Diamondbacks who have scored often. And they have an 8-1 lead as Rodriguez gets ahead 1 ball 2 strikes on Neto. Angels have had just 3 other hits in the game. As Neto skies this one foul and out of play. In the 3rd inning when Neto drew that walk, which set up Trout. The Angels had runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Then they were only down 5-1. Trout hit into a double play, and that ended that potential threat. Loop toward right center field. Coming in is Lawler, and helped to play it on a bounce. So Neto's on base for the 3rd time today.
Really starting to look comfortable swinging the bat. It's so important for the Halos. And Mike Trout and Nolan Arenado, we talk a lot about that little bit of a step back to get that balance and that weight on the back leg to be able to get through the baseball. And Mike Trout, see Arenado doing the same thing. They'll step back, load that back leg, and be able to get through the baseball that much quicker. You see how quick those hands are, especially with Mike Trout. His hands extremely quick. Very similar. We talk a lot about that step back for Arenado and Trout. Just trying to get that timing mechanism. It's not all necessarily about getting that foot down in the front. It's getting that load on the back leg for both of them.
Ball, no strikes on Trout. See if he can homer for a 3rd straight day here. Fouls this one off. Trout does have an 8-game hitting streak now after his single in the 1st inning. Angels have 3 players working on 7-game hitting streaks. So Hoppy, who's not in the lineup today, and Vaughn Grissom, who does not have a hit yet, but Trout does.
It's always good to have a pitcher paying attention to you at first base with Mike Trout at the plate. You want that. It's a slight distraction, so it gets a pitch out over the plate for Trout to do damage.
And it's 8-1. Why would you pay attention to the base runner anyway?
That's what I'm thinking. That's good.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, that's moments happened to him too. That was right down the heart of the plate. That could have been a 2-run blast right away.
That doesn't make sense whatsoever to be worried about a base runner when you're up by 7.
He's pitched Trout inside pretty effectively. Although Trout got that infield hit, but he's pitched him inside pretty good the first 2 bats. Maybe going back in again. Oh, why not throw over twice?
I think this is where you have just that juxtaposition in thought process, because as you watch as a fan, you think about the end result. If you're a player, though, you're thinking about the whole overall picture of what your baseball card looks like. So to Rodriguez, that run is important.
Yes.
That affects his ERA.
Yes, it is.
To the rest of the baseball watching community, but it's 8-1.
That's what you usually hear if you're in the. This would have been in the Big A. You would have been hearing a lot of boos about the pick-all throw, even under normal circumstances.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Neto has a huge lead now. It's 3-2. Neto draws a throw from the catcher now.
That's a great throwing arm behind the plate too. Another 3-2 count for Trout. Secondary lead, and then the quick throw. Just got the hand back.
3-2. Neto looking to take off. And he'll take off to second now that Rodriguez walks Trout. I think you're right. Rodriguez is paying so much attention to Neto that he just didn't have his same command against Trout.
I mean, even the worst case scenario there, even if you give up a blast, you're still up 8-3. But now all of a sudden, when you give up those free passes, it makes you feel as an opponent you have a shot to get back in the game. It's a 7-run deficit, yes. Just like that, you got Joe Adell, who's been crushing the baseball in the month of June, coming up to the plate with 2 on, no out.
It seemed like that Rodriguez is worried more about keeping it at 1 run than the big picture of just making sure his team wins today.
Yeah. You'll like that as an opponent and as a hitter at the plate. And we know Joe loves to swing at the first pitch. After a long at bat like that, a distracted at bat, he might get a pitch down the heart of the plate.
Adell is 0 for 2 today, hitting .343 this year with runners in scoring position. He's been red hot overall lately. Pops it up toward the right side. It will get out of play. Off the screen and out of reach of Carroll.
And he got his pitch to drive too. Just got underneath it.
Adell entered today batting .410 over his last 9 games. Another solid month of June for Joe. No balls and 1 strike. Ground ball. It is handled by Arenado over to second. 1 quick throw to first. 2. And Vargas extremely quick on that transfer at second base.
It's the third double play the Halos have rolled into today.
Second time around the horn as Neto ends up at third.
Well, every time you think you have Rodriguez in that stress mode, he's gotten a double play ball.
Angels really had a shot at him early. We told you then that Rodriguez in the first inning this year has had a rough time, but he really settles in after. And that's been exactly on point today. Gave up a home run to the first batter that he faced. He has not allowed a run since then. Oswald Peraza had a base hit his last time.
Continues to throw that really good changeup. What a difference for him. The amount of changeups he throws now as compared to the past. It's been a very good, effective pitch for him.
Foul tip for strike three, and Rodriguez is able to get through the sixth. '21st, that's this week. Gift Dad, the ultimate Angel Stadium experience. Play catch in the outfield, take swings in the Angels batting cages, and enjoy behind the scenes stadium tour. You'll also get food and beverage in the Lexus Diamond Club and have a chance to meet Angels alumni. Angels.com/dadsday to secure your ticket today. Corbin Carroll has the big hit today. It was a grand slam in the second against Sam Aldeguerri. Aldeguerri just had a hard time finishing off hitters this afternoon and allowed 6 runs in 3 innings. Brett Carey is in his second inning of relief as Carroll fouls this one back. And Porter makes the catch. He stayed in play.
That's that changeup inside. It didn't get away. Corbin Carroll able to lift that one out for a grand slam.
Carroll fouls out here. Surprised that ball stayed in play. Porter was able to go up against the screen and make the catch.
Back under control. Logan Porter, nice play.
So 1 out, and now Moreno will be the batter. Talk about it every time the Angels face a National League West team on the road. How really unfortunate it is that this is a once every other year trip. Angels come here to Arizona just once every 2 years. Same with San Diego, San Francisco.
Boy, and the Angel fans really travel well here. Obviously spring training in Tempe, but there's a ton of Angel fans here.
Ball 1 strike. Yeah, certain teams the Diamondbacks play here at home, they'll experience a large population of visiting fans too. Spring training facilities of a lot of teams with well-traveled fan bases that are here. Yeah, the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Giants will fill this ballpark up with their fans every time. A lot of Chicago snowbirds live down here.
You blame them?
No. I'm going to join them one day myself, probably. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Moreno.
A little cold there during the winter.
A little bit. It's dumped into right center field, and that's a base hit. So Moreno continues to really swing it well here. He's 3 for 3 today. This has been ongoing for the last month and a half.
He's used the whole field effectively. Mixed in a walk in there too, along with his 3 hits.
Moreno now batting .330 over his last 27 games. So here is Nolan Arenado. As he fouls one behind home plate, it's 0-1. Arenado has flied out 3 times today. Arenado has one more year on his big contract that he signed. He was still at the Rockies when he signed that contract initially.
The batter is challenging the call of strike.
I think it's going to be correct.
He is.
Call is overturned. Arizona has 2 challenges remaining.
He signed for 9 years and $275 million with Colorado after he had just an enormous year lifting them to the playoffs in 2018. Now that contract and him have been traded twice. We'll see how much more he's got left after next season when he has that contract expire, presumably as a Diamondback. Pretty well for himself, though, no matter what.
Yes.
Out of El Toro High School in Lake Forest in Orange County.
Him and Matt Chapman. Pretty good third basemen over the years.
Peraza had to range way out of his way to get that and has only one play at second base to get the lead runner.
See where he's playing close to the bag and Neto more in the hole. This guy's trying to get out of it. It's been a number of times because when you think about Peraza's a shortstop by trade. There's been some communication issues between him and Neto a number of different times. Pop-ups, we've seen it.
Part of it too is that they both have such excellent range that they both feel like they can get to plays that most people can't.
Like every ball anywhere is hit, they're going to go for it.
So you see them both ranging far to their either right or left and then into each other. Peraza able to make that play and at least get an out. 2 away as Ildemaro Vargas bats. And he's about to end this inning as Peraza throws to second base. Although with 2 outs, he didn't need to do that. But
just helping out Neto's fielding percentage.
Neto gets a put out, so there's that. Victories. After 6 innings and 1 run allowed, he is seemingly well on his way here this afternoon. Still going strong, though, as he's kept his pitch count low. He's thrown fewer pitches in 6 innings today than he did in 2 2/3 innings in his last start against the Reds. Mosey's on into the 7th inning here.
He's got a lot. He had a lot of quick outs in this game.
Vaughn Grissom takes ball 1.
It's a curveball. Again, that's about 78, 77. Backdoor that one. No more slider. A lot of off speed. A lot more soft contact. A lot more ground balls.
Grissom in his return to the lineup today 0 for 3. One out as Guzman will bat after we hear from Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Guzman has struck out both times today as he fouls one back. Angels falling behind early in this one, and we have seen this team battle back too often this year. They only have 10 come from behind victories all season. This will be the 25th for the Diamondbacks as they fell behind 1-0 in the first today. That's off the glove of Arenado and down the line. So Guzman able to sneak one past the 10-time Gold Glover. That's a 1-out double.
Second double of the year. Change up a little more of the plate. Skipped on the dirt and off the glove of Arenado. We're so used to him catching everything at third base.
One down, the batter will be Siri. The Angels only have one victory this season when they trail after 7 innings. And they have no wins when trailing after 8. So the Angels just have not been one of those comeback type teams this year. And Siri lifts one to the gap in right center, and Lawler runs it down. 2 outs as Guzman goes to third. They gave Arenado an error for that.
Wow, that's surprising. Again, that won't stay.
We don't have the name of the official score on our lineup card today, or we would just bash him.
Like a mascot?
Yep, give him the mascot treatment. 2 outs as Porter bats. He had a double earlier today. One other game in progress. Dodgers are up 5-4 on the Rays now in the bottom of the 8th. That's been a back and forth game. A lot of finals earlier today. Kansas City beat Washington 6-2. Finally slowed down the Nationals bats. One of the hottest offenses in baseball.
And there were 4 games over 500 coming that game. Now 3 on the season.
Marlins have played well in the month of June so far. Knocked off the Phillies today 12-4. Miami has gone 11-4 in the month of June. Sandy Alcantara got the win.
I wonder if he'll be out there in that trade rumor market.
Well, he'll be in the rumors. I don't know if he'll be in the actual trades, but he'll be in the rumors. Alcantara has been pitching pretty well this year. Got his 7th win today. Kyle Stowers had 2 homers and 5 knocked in for Miami. Padres beat the Cardinals this afternoon 6-1. Jackson Merrill with 3 hits and a homer in that game. And Griffin Canning finally got his first win as a Padre. He had been 0-5 with an ERA close to 7 after pitching really well for the Mets last year.
He was really, really good before the Achilles injuries.
Canning has not been so good for the Padres this year. 3-2 on Porter with Guzman at third base. And there's ball 4, so Porter draws a 2-out walk. Diamondbacks have their bullpen up as Rodriguez nears 100 pitches. And number 9 batter Meckler due up. Taylor Clark getting ready in the Arizona bullpen. Eckler hit the ball hard his last time, but Carroll tracked it down in the gap in right center field. Moreno wants to challenge this 1-0 pitch.
The catcher is challenging the call ball.
That missed by a lot.
D-backs challenge powered by T-Mobile. It was not one of the finer challenges from Moreno.
Call is confirmed. Arizona has 1 challenge remaining.
Trying to help out his pitcher.
Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes the count.
That would have been interesting if Meckler would have challenged it, because that was going to be a ball. Another curveball from Rodriguez. Perfect spot on it.
Count is 2-2. Now full count on Meckler.
Going to be his last batter either way here.
Zach Neto is due up next. As Meckler stays alive. Moreno pretty good on challenges this year. He's won about 70% of them. This will be the 100th pitch in this game for Eduardo Rodriguez, searching for his 100th career win today. And Meckler trying to get out of the way. They said he went around.
Wow.
Strike 3 on the swing. Meckler is in disbelief.
That's unbelievable ball.
Meckler just stuck in quicksand in shock. I'll show you the replay when we come back. Wade Meckler ruled out on a check swing to end the top of the 7th. He was shocked by the call. We'll show you the pitch here.
He's just trying to initially get out of the way. There's no intent to swing the bat on that one at all either. And this angle you'll see because the back's crossing the plate, but
that's because his back shoulder's crossing the plate because he's trying to get out of the way of the pitch. There has to be some intent to swing. I mean, the only reason why the bat went anywhere is because his shoulder turned out of the way. The bat was on the shoulder the whole time. Here's a check swing from Lawler. Carey dropped it and can't get the out. Now he throws it away. So Lawler ends up at second base as Carey at first did not field it cleanly, and then he threw it away. You could really make a case for 2 errors there, but it looks like they did give him 2 errors.
it is to bobble and a quick react to try to throw the ball to first base.
Pretty rare that you see that called, but it appears that Carey has been given an error for the bobble and an error for the throw. Now a liner caught by Neto. Throw to second, and it's a double play.
Wow, that was quick. That was super quick.
In about 30 seconds, Carey goes from getting 2 errors to 2 outs.
And the interesting thing there too, these two up the middle here with Neto and Peraza, after that last half inning, they quickly talk to each other in the dugout. Stick it over, and communicate, being at the base, being in the right positions as middle infielders. And that was perfect right there.
2 away. Now ball 1 to Tommy Troy, who has 2 RBIs today.
I like that when you get together as infielders and talk to each other, because both, like you mentioned, Wayne, they both like to go get the baseball, and they both have incredible range.
And they range too far over into each other's jurisdictions
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
Need to draw a little map out there. Kurt Suzuki can work on that. Put some maps for those 2 guys. Carey works a 5-pitch inning. Despite his 2 errors, it's 8-1. Angels baseball on AB TV is brought to you by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. By Jack in the Box, get fired up with the Hot Ones Munchie Meal. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. It's the sports corridor of downtown Phoenix. The Phoenix Suns home across the street, and the Phoenix Mercury, they still play there.
Yes.
Taylor Clark is the new pitcher for the Diamondbacks, replacing Eduardo Rodriguez, who went 7 innings and allowed 1 run. As he's about to get his 100th win, barring a monster comeback from the Angels here in the last couple of innings.
Clark fastball 92-95, curveball, slider, changeup. Solid game again today for Zach Neto.
Back-to-back games where he's done well, including homering in both. Only run of the game against Rodriguez coming on Neto's leadoff home run today. Clark's done a nice job out of the Diamondbacks bullpen this year. Arizona has an off day tomorrow, so they'll probably use whatever they want before they take on the Twins this Friday night here at Chase Field.
Byron Buxton has been crushing the ball this year.
Swing and a miss by Neto as he's down on strikes, one away. Buxton is the only American League outfielder with more homers than Trout. As Trout stands in here with one down. Trout had a base hit and a walk today. Only Nick Kurtz has more walks than Trout in the major leagues. And only James Wood has more runs scored than Trout in the major leagues. So can they give the comeback player of the year award out in June?
Yeah, let's give it to him.
Well, see how you could wrestle it away from Trout. Chops it to third. Arenado swings it across. Trout flying down the line. Even an 8-1 game in the 8th inning. Mike Trout busting it as quickly as he possibly could down the line there.
Think about Mike Trout. It makes him the player that everyone loves to watch, both his teammates and opponents and fans in the stands.
I don't know how you could be any other player on the Angels and not do that when you see Mike Trout doing it.
Exactly.
2 out, nobody on here in the 8th inning.
29.8 feet per second. That's just about elite speed.
I mean, really, if anyone else on that team in the clubhouse doesn't give it 100% up the line, there's no excuse when you see a guy like that do it in this type of game. One ball, one strike on Adele is 0 for 3 today.
So good in the month of June.
Lays off there, 2-2 against Clark. Clark came up within the Diamondbacks organization and spent a few years in Kansas City before returning to Arizona this year.
There's a sweeper a lot at this time, slider.
Adele continues to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roof is closed as it has been for all 3 of these games here. They do a pretty good job of opening it though in this ballpark when they get good enough weather to do so, cool enough weather to do so. This wouldn't be the case this week. It's been triple digits all 3 days. Adele is down on strikes, and a quick inning for Clark. 1, 2, 3. Angels baseball on ABTV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Ketel Marte leads off the bottom of the 8th inning against Brett Carey, who has worked 3 innings out of the Angels bullpen. I'm sure they're dancing in the streets of Clemens, North Carolina today, with Brett Carey getting his first big league opportunity, and he's handled himself well with just 2 runs allowed in those 3 innings.
It's up some punch outs along the way too.
It was Ketel Marte who hammered a 2-run double in the 5th inning for the only 2 runs allowed by Carey. Does have 2 strikeouts. His first big league punch out came on Tommy Troy in that 5th inning as well. Ground ball as Neto picks it with the backhand. And Marte is retired, 1 out.
It's been real smooth the last couple games at short.
It'll be Perdomo after a ride with Kia. Arizona up 8-1. They scored 5 in the 2nd. Corbin Carroll's grand slam. One of the big difference makers in this game. Perdomo has a base hit, a walk, and a run scored today. The Dodgers just barely got by the Rays today, 5-4. Cedric Mullins struck out with the bases loaded in the 9th inning to end that game on a 3-2 pitch. I said all weekend they should bat Caminero third.
Yeah.
Could have been Caminero there, but Mullins instead still batting in that 3 spot between Aranda and Caminero. Struck out to end the game. Shohei ends up the winning pitcher after he went 6. Dodgers took the lead after he threw his last pitch in the bottom of the 6th. That ball is rocketed to right by Perdomo. Adele is back and has just enough room as Perdomo hit it too high.
Yeah, he did hit it too high.
2 outs.
41-degree launch angle.
That'll bring up Carroll, who did not have that problem in the 2nd inning. His grand slam landed in the seats in right field. 5th career grand slam for Corbin Carroll.
With all those triples and 5 career grand slams. He's a phenomenal player.
So we saw him get an outfield assist last night. He's 2nd in the majors in outfield assists since the beginning of last season. He's only behind Andy Paez in that category. No balls and 2 strikes. Carroll only has 2 hits in this series, but scored a run after his other hit in that 1-run win Monday and the grand slam today. So his 2 hits have been profitable. One ball, 2 strikes to count here on Carroll.
Pretty close pitch.
Each team still has a challenge left. Angels did not use it there and probably would have lost it. 2-2 as Carroll lays off, and it's 3-2. One thing Carroll's not going to do in a situation like this is give up an at bat and make Carey earn it.
36 extra base hits this season.
Well, Brett Carey's big league debut ends with 3 straight scoreless innings. He worked 4 total, and he leaves this game with his head held high. It's 8-1.
Thought it was going to be a good halo victory on the road here. A tough one there all around as Rodriguez going for his 100th career win, dominant, but Corbin Carroll is grand slam, the difference maker. So he's not a nice guy for us today.
No, very rude. Here's Juan Murillo trying to end this game for the Diamondbacks. Taylor Clark worked a 1-2-3 8th inning in relief of Rodriguez, the starter, who went 7. Murillo, a hard thrower. His average fastball velocity close to 99 miles an hour. And 98 right out of the chute to Peraza.
Bad to be loose like that, throwing 98 first pitch. And 99 next one.
Yeah, there it is. Was originally in the Dodgers organization, but they let him go to the Diamondbacks. He's a minor league free agent a few years ago. So Moreno telling Murillo to hurry up. His pitch clock was running down. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just quickly throw 100 miles an hour.
And a high fly ball to left center field. This one hit pretty well. Back for it is Troy along with Lawler, and it's Lawler, the center fielder, to make the play. 1 out. Angels Live postgame is next, presented by Kia. Angels will head to Sacramento then, where Jose Soriano is due to pitch tomorrow night. A 6:40 start in West Sacramento at Sutter Health Park, where the Angels were 5-2 last year and scored a lot of runs.
It's good to see Zach Neto getting locked in at the plate, because we know how well he likes it in that ballpark. Doesn't even matter what bat he uses in that ballpark.
Those Players Weekend bats last year helped Neto smack a few home runs.
He got rid of that Detroit Lion bat, and then he went back to his other bat.
Can't use that Detroit bat. Angels hit 13 homers and 29 extra base hits in just 7 games in West Sacramento last year. Well, Hoppy had 4 home runs there. The A's have not announced a starting pitcher for tomorrow, but it should be Soriano for the Angels. 1 ball, 1 strike on Grissom. Tapper near the mound as Murillo barehands it and throws out Grissom. 2 up, 2 down. Friday, the Angels don't have a starting pitcher. Thought maybe Brett Carey would be a candidate for that. That's out the window now. Maybe Mitch Ferris has been in the bullpen. Maybe somebody else will face Jeffrey Springs on Friday. Saturday should be Walbert Urania and JT Ginn. Sunday, Reed Detmers will return to the mound for the Angels.
Where Ginn almost had that no-hitter, but a walk-off. Zach Neto.
Yeah, that was an incredible start at Angel Stadium. The Angels won that game. That was crazy. It'll be Jack Perkins against Detmers likely on Sunday.
He's up to no-hitter, and then Adam Frazier got that hit.
Perdomo throws out Guzman, and the Angels lose it 8-1 here in Arizona.
Boy, a lot of soft contact throughout the game after some great at-bats the day before. It all started with Rodriguez, who picked up his 100th career W today.
All 3 games were played in under 2.5 hours.
A lot of first pitch swing. We saw that throughout the entire series by both teams.
Probably we'll see longer games in Sacramento, I would guess.
Yes, quite possibly.
Our Toyota player of the game, Corbin Carroll, his grand slam put a damper on the Angels today.
Yeah, that changeup that stayed inside. Allegary just didn't quite get that one going away for him. That was a huge swing there by Carroll. Grand slam, just like that. Diamondbacks find a way to win the series.
Well, that's it. Off to Sacktown. The Angels will take on their division rival for the next 4 days. We'll be back to wrap things up.
Select Lexus TX models.
(8-1) Arizona today scores the series victory. Zach Neto hit a leadoff homer, but it was all Diamondbacks from there. as the Angels now head to Sacramento to play the A's, first of 4 games at Center Health Park starting tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 6 with Angels Live pregame. Coming up next, Angels Live postgame brought to you by Kia with Gilby and Erica. For them, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying goodnight.
Behold the DQ $7 meal deal, built